Hello students, let us begin with our new topic from 11th science. Okay, our new topic is sound. Now as we know that some of the objects vibrate, or in other words we can say that it oscillates. So when these vibrations and oscillations of the object are producing sound, okay, that means the sound is originating from vibration and the oscillating objects. For example, I have shown you a few of the example, that is vocal cord in the human throat. If you want to experience this vocal cord in the human throat, just keep your finger on the throat and speak few words, then you can feel that your throat is vibrating. So this means what? The sound originates from vibrating or oscillating objects. Okay, then next example is the skin of the drum. That means what? The skin of the drum, if you bang the drum, the skin of the that upper side of the drum starts vibrating. Then violin and guitar are also one of the example, that the string of these instruments vibrates and it is resulting into a music, that is again a sound. Okay, then in other words we can say that the ear converts the vibration into the nerve impulses, okay, which passes through our brain and where they are interrupted as interpreted as sounds. Okay, now if you say that vibration and oscillation, but what do you mean by vibration and oscillation? That first we have to understand. Okay, now oscillation means what? If a particle makes a to and fro movement or backward and forward movement, okay, about its mean position, or you can say equilibrium position, then this type of motion is called as what? Oscillatory or vibrating motions. Okay, then periodic motion means what? If a motion that repeats itself in an equal interval of time, then it is called as what? Periodic motion. So these are some of the example. For oscillation I can give you one example, that a motion of a bob or a simple pendulum. Okay, in old days or now also there are pendulums which are been attached to the clock. Even after 1 hour the clock rings and the pendulum which is been attached to the clock, it starts vibrating, okay, or oscillating. So these are some of the examples. Then if you have seen that, if you have seen the sewing machine needle, okay, it goes up and down, that also motion you can see that it is a oscillating motion. Then types of motion, types of waves. Okay, well, there are so many types of waves. Then we will see mechanical waves. These so many types of waves are coming under these two types, mechanical waves and EM waves. Now what do you mean by mechanical waves? The waves which require material medium. Now material medium means what? For example, sound. If you take sound, the sound needs some medium. Medium means what? Air, then water, gaseous states, any medium. Okay, but it requires a medium to travel. Then these types of waves are called as what? Mechanical wave. These wave requires material medium for its propagation. Propagation means what? Traveling of the sound from one part to another, but it has a direction. Okay, then EM waves. EM waves means what? Electromagnetic waves. The waves which require material medium or that are called as what? Mechanical waves. But EM wave does not need any medium for its propagation. For example, UV rays, then light waves, okay, radio waves, X-rays. There are so many types of waves. These waves can also travel through vacuum. So such type of waves are called as what? Electromagnetic waves, which is been also called as EM waves. Okay, so these are the two types of waves. Then what are the properties of waves? Properties of waves means what? Parts of wave. अगर आपने wave draw किया, then what are the parts of wave, that wave? Okay, for example, in the diagram you can see that there is a wave which has been drawn. The high level and low level is also been drawn. Positive cycle, the high level is called as what? Positive cycle, and the lowest part is called as what? Yes, negative half cycle. Now the distance between two successive particles is called as what? Wavelength. Amplitude is nothing but it is a maximum displacement of the particle while it is vibrating. It is called as what? Amplitude. In the diagram it is written A. Okay, so that part is called as what? Amplitude. Then the upper side, that is the concave part, lowest part, the concave part is called as trough, and the upper side, which is convex shape, right, that convex part is called as what? Crest. C-R-E-S-T, crest. Okay, now period means what? The time which is required to complete, yes, one vibration by the particle of the medium is called as period. Now each particle of the medium vibrates with same period, and what will be the SI unit of period? It will be seconds. Okay, for amplitude we are using the SI unit is meter. Then next is what? Frequency. Frequency is denoted by small n, and what's the formula for it? It is 1 upon T, or we can say reciprocal of period. Then what will be the definition of frequency? The number of vibrations, okay, the number of vibration performed by any particle of medium per second, and it is called as what? Frequency. Frequency's unit is, SI unit we are using Hertz, H-E-R-T-Z. Okay, so the SI unit for frequency is Hertz. Now wavelength. Wavelength means what? Once again I will explain you what do you mean by wavelength. Wavelength is a distance between two successive particles which are in the same state of motion, okay, or we can say in same phase. This is called as what? Wavelength, and it is denoted by lambda. Okay, now velocity is having formula V is equal to n lambda. Okay, so velocity is nothing but it is the distance covered by the disturbance or wave per second is called as velocity of the wave, and the formula is given by n lambda. Okay, now next is propagation of mechanical waves. Propagation of mechanical wave is possible through a medium which that medium should possess the following properties, that is we can say in other words the criteria for using the medium. Okay, now what are the possible properties of the medium which we are using for mechanical wave? The medium should be continuous and elastic. That is, elastic means what? The medium should regain its original state after removal of deforming forces. Okay, then next is what? It should possess, yes, inertia. Now what do you mean by inertia? It must be capable of storing energy and transfer it in the form of wave. This is nothing but it is inertia, okay, of that medium. Now the frictional resistance means what? It is opposing power. So the frictional resistance of the medium must be negligible, so that what is happening? Yes, that wave can be, yes, propagate continuously in the medium if the resistance of that medium is negligible, or we can say we can neglect it. It is very very small, so that we can neglect it, and it has no effect on the propagation of the sound, okay, or we can say propagation of the wave, so that there will be no damped oscillation. Okay, next is progressive wave. Now what do you mean by progressive wave? Progressive wave is that wave which travel continuously in the same direction in the given medium without change of form, and this type of wave is called as what? Progressive wave. Okay, now let us see some characteristics of progressive wave. First is what? All the vibrating particles have same amplitude, same period and same frequency. Then next is what? The state of oscillation changes from particle to particle. Now the particle, first particle to last particle, the oscillation goes on changing. Okay, so therefore we have said that the state of the oscillations changes from particle to particle. Then the medium should possess the property of elasticity and inertia. As we have seen the medium's property, from that only we have taken this property. Okay, then the distance between two successive particles which are in the same state of vibration are called as what? Wavelength. Then next is what? Progressive wave transfer energy through the medium. Progressive wave is classified into two types, okay, which are transverse wave and longitudinal wave. Okay, now what do you mean by transverse wave? Now any wave is associated with small particles, right? It has some small particles of the medium. The wave travels from the medium, that means what? The particles are present. These particles starts vibrating, and due to this vibration there is an energy transfer from one particle to another, and therefore the wave propagates continuously. Okay, so now this vibration and the direction of propagation becomes perpendicular to each other, and this type of wave is called as what? Transverse wave. That means a wave in which the particle of the medium vibrate in the direction of, yes, direction perpendicular to the direction of propagation of the wave. For example, light waves, or you can say electromagnetic waves, are the example of transverse wave. Then longitudinal wave, a wave in which particles of the medium vibrate in the direction parallel to the direction of the propagation of the wave, which is called as what? Longitudinal wave. So in this wave the vibrations and the direction of propagation are parallel to each other. For example, sound wave. Okay, now let us see the properties in short. Properties of, or you can say characteristics of, transverse wave. Now since we know that in transverse wave the particles medium vibrate in the direction perpendicular to the direction of propagation of wave. So this will be the first property of, or first characteristics of, transverse wave, which is nothing but its definition. Then alternate crest and trough are formed. Crest means what? If you have seen the diagram of wave, then the convex part of the wave, that is a positive half cycle of the wave, is nothing but called as what? Crest. And the concave part of the wave, which is in the negative half cycle, is called as what? Yes, trough. Then alternate crest and trough, that is one crest and one trough are formed, okay, alternately. Then transfer of energy, as the there is a transfer of energy as the wave advances. Then there is no change in the pressure and density of the medium when the wave is propagating. Then we can say that the transverse wave can be polarized. Polarization means what? All the vibration which are present in the wave, they come under, yes, a single plane, that is their vibration are in a same plane. So this is nothing but what? Polarization. And this polarization is possible in the transverse wave, and it is not possible for longitudinal wave. Now let us see some short characteristics of longitudinal wave. Particles of the medium vibrate in the direction parallel to the direction of propagation of wave. Then here in longitudinal wave, compression and rarefaction is being produced. Compression means what? The particle of or you can say the layers of the air which is present in front of the source from where the longitudinal wave is going to come. Okay, so here the waves or the medium consist of different type of layers. Okay, then these layers, when there is a vibration set into the tongue, then what will happen? alternate compression and rarefaction is being formed. These air layers which are equidistant, they come closer to each other and become crowded over there, and this crowded section is called as what? Compression. And rarefaction means what? There is an equidistant space in each layer, and therefore it is called as what? Is rarefaction. So alternate compression and rarefaction are formed. Then there is a transfer of energy as the wave advances. Advances means what? As the wave travel, yes, ahead. Then or propagates. Then variation in pressure and density along the path of the wave. That means what? At compression the density is high, and at rarefaction the density is low. Now these wave, that is longitudinal wave, cannot be polarized. Okay, so these are the some characteristics of longitudinal wave.